and the various sporting clubs, which we're delighted to have you here, all the sporting clubs around Westport. Now, before I say anything, there's been too much talk here about patient wives, okay? So before you get the impression that Westport United has nothing to do with ladies, I'll tell you that in the future there's going to have to be a lot of patient husbands. We have 8 coaches, 8 coaches teaching and coaching the girls' teams alone, who will all be playing on the pitch this evening. So Manoma Heron, Westport United salutes you and will hope that you'll continue to be involved as much as you can. As Dermot mentioned, I'm the chairman, and indeed I'm very honoured to be the chairman of the club. But I'm a very new chairman. There's many former chairmen who are here today who have done tremendous work over the years. And I'm going to mention one, if I may. And I know you shouldn't single out people, but I'm going to mention Tom Tarmy, who gave up the post a few months ago for various reasons. But he has been such a help to our committee in the last few months. It's been incredible. He's put in over 17 years, whether on the committee or in the chair. And it was Tom and his committee who took a serious leap of faith to go ahead with this project in linking with Kevin's committee. And I would like to say that, you know, you talked about the patient wives with Marion, who we've got a bouquet of flowers for today. Now, Marion, please accept them if you're here, because the committee member who had them was very worried that his wife might see him walking down Bridge Street with a bunch of flowers. So they're for Marion. But on a serious note, I'd like a serious round of applause for Tom Tarmy for all the commitment he's given to the club. The development committee here started off this a number of years ago. And, you know, I was thinking about them and the individuals. Clubs have committees now and again, and a little bit perception and for show. This committee had a goal, and they started it off, and it reminded me of that film, if you know it, Ocean's 11. You know, the one with George Clooney and Brad Pitt and all them. Basically, they all had their own strengths. They all had a serious job to do, and from Kevin Cusack, with his experience as a joint manager of the FAI champions, his football experience, you had Michael Horan, who, what Kevin said, I just want to reiterate, Michael put so much work into this development. It was incredible. He had sleepless nights through it all, but he saw it through. And if you look at the state-of-the-art facility here, it's a credit to his work. So thank you, Michael. Again, I want to say to Peter Flynn. Peter Flynn, I know Peter very well. I've worked with him. But the work he has done with the finances of this committee to keep it going, linking up with the financial institutions, it doesn't surprise me. He's done it with other clubs in Westport, like the golf club. But to someone of Peter's calibre and reputation, it's been a great strength to this committee. Brian Cusack, of course, he said a great one earlier on, where there was a poster there about we were welcoming the FAI, and there was a question mark, would they be coming today? And Brian's practical reaction was, he just said, just change the I, because there'll definitely be someone here from the IFA anyway. But Brian, in his own way, has done a tremendous job, and with Danny McLaughlin, he's probably the George Clooney, actually, with his charm and contacts. He's done a fantastic job. So a serious round of applause to the development committee for sticking at this, a capable bunch of guys. Westport United Club, now that we have the facility, we got to get organised and we got to keep the structures going. We have, some might be surprised to hear, we've over 400 members. We have 80 members alone this year. We have a mixture of fantastic boys and girls, fantastic adults, and we now have a state-of-the-art facility. I'll give you an example about how the size of the membership has increased. At the opening of the sports park, there was one under 13 team on the day. I played on that team with a lot of lads like Stephen Duffy, Adrian McGing, John Casey and those lads. Today, there are 4 under 12 teams with panels of 18. So that's how this club has grown. And with growth comes responsibility about getting things right. We're very conscious there's a lot of parents here today, and you know, we want to compliment all the involvement of the parents. We want to compliment all the supporters, but I want to single out as well today. There's a lot of them here, lots of very modest lads and ladies. I want to give a special applause to the coaches, the underage coaches who give up 3-4 days a week, organising all year round these days. And I'd like you to give a round of applause to the underage coaches, please. My first coach was a man, you mightn't have heard of him, called Christy Moran. I then had the luxury of having Pat Duffy and Mick McLaughlin coach me. A coach is an extremely important role, and poor Christy isn't here today. I'm thrilled that Maureen is. And you know, Mick and Pat have remained lifelong friends with them. So the role of the coach with the players is so important, and I want to emphasise that and thank them for their help. Today we think of others from Westport United. This club has been going since 1911. We think of people who aren't with us, and have a thought about that today. There are some stalwarts in the club who aren't with us, and they're very much in our thoughts today, and we're thrilled to see a lot of their family members here today. We're also thrilled to see a lot of people who are going through various health challenges that have made a massive effort to come down on what's a very, very important day for the club. And I'd like to say it's remarkable with the effort they've made, which shows they're true club members. I see JP Campbell here, who's a grandson of a very famous Westport soccer player, who's made a tremendous effort to be here, JP, and others. And I want to wish you well, JP, and thank you for coming. Today what we're doing is we have a festival of football. There's going to be 340 children playing on the new pitch today. There's going to be a number of coaches. Each child, which is wonderful, will receive a certificate to record the fact that they played, which will be presented by Westport United players who are currently playing for the League of Ireland. I want to thank John Brennan, the first team manager, who took ownership of organising the football today. Fair play to John, and I wish you continued success with the Junior A team, John. I want to thank so many people, but there's a lot of sponsors. For instance, a lot of sponsors here today. I'm not going to go through names because they help us all year round, but I just want to thank you for your help throughout the year and through to the day. There's been so much goodwill coming in the last week as chairman of the club. It's been fantastic. Noel Duffy today handed me a jersey signed by the Derry City first team to put up as memorabilia in our club. We've got numerous messages from clubs all over Ireland just wishing us well. Sligo Rovers here are represented. It's just been fantastic. Now there's one other man I want to thank, and everyone has done so. I want to tell him, give him a bit of news actually. He doesn't know this, so if he's a bit shocked, I'm sorry to say this, but I want to sincerely thank Michael Ring in his work for this club over many, many years. You know, Westport has been extremely lucky to have a minister like Michael Ring in his various portfolios. I worked very closely with Michael on the whole smarter travel side, and we all know what he delivered there. But it's a cliche to say that, you know, for someone, oh, if it wasn't for him, we wouldn't be here today. But him, along with the development committee, that is a fact. So I want to say to Michael, fair play to you. Incredible amount of funding has come down, under pressure at times from the national media that he was favouritism, but he always said, well, why shouldn't Mayo get it if the others have got it for years? So I want to thank Michael for coming, and I want a round of applause for him, please. Now Michael doesn't know this, but Michael got a promotion because we had a very important conference call on Friday evening. And present in the room was Michael up from Leinster House, myself, and I had 4 under-12Bs players in the car. And I was on speaker driving to a match in Castlebar Celtic for Sparky Halpin, Sean Dirk and Peter Moore and myself, our team. And I told Michael that he was on speaker, there were 4 other members and they were playing Celtic. And he told them that he had to wish them luck. But we got out of the car anyway, and the boys were saying to me, who was that, Myles? And I said, sure, that's Minister Michael Ring. And I said, he's opening the pitch on Sunday. So at the end of the match anyway, I think it was Sean said and myself said, don't forget now that you have to come to the opening on Sunday and you all have to play. And one of the under 12Bs stood up and said, yeah, he says, we were talking to the Prime Minister and he's opening the pitch. So Michael, just bags not telling Enda. I'll leave that in your capable hands, but congratulations on your new promotion. Now I'm going to finish up, guys, by saying again, thanks very much to everyone for coming. Thanks for all the work done. I'm just going to quote somebody here, and it's a very special person today, and I want him to be in your thoughts today. I'm not going to quote William Butler Yeats. I'm not going to quote Seamus Heaney or any of that. I'm going to quote a man who is a Westport United stalwart, who has been seriously ill in the last week, Mr. Joe Moran. And Joe, from his hospital bed, sent a message on Facebook to all of you here today, which simply said, well done to all on reaching the milestone. Hoping everyone has a great day. This is an amazing facility for a great club. Hope to see you all very soon. Up the port. Thank you very much.